Okay, how you doing, guys? Kind of a late start today. I want to get you guys up to speed. So here's my brackets. Painted up the other day. Man, they came out great. Sprayed them. Fabulous. I thinned out the paint. Let me show you the paint that I used. Just in case anybody here wants to know. This is some really good stuff. Exo Rust, direct to metal, rust preventive enamel, gloss black. I thinned it with acetone, where it tells you on the back, don't thin it, but for spraying it, you gotta thin it. It won't go through the darn gun. Normally that stuff dries slow as molasses. It took days for the other brackets for the paint to get hard. And these guys that I reduced the paint with acetone, it wasn't even a warm day, and these things were hanging in the shade, not even in the sun like the other ones were, and they were dry to the touch, and it felt like the paint was hard in a few hours during the day. I guess it was about 5 or 6 hours, but that was absolutely wonderful. So there's one of them in here, and we've got the other ones sitting in here, ready to go. I was thinking about actually installing these today because I'm so excited to see them in place, but it's just kind of hard to work underneath the bus and all that. So I got really good lighting in here with this temporary fluorescent light, so I thought, well, let me do this. So we're all set. I brought a little table in here, and what we're going to do, we're going to start out with putting a thin line of this same adhesive across the top, just for the purpose of sealing this top edge of the metal for rust prevention, because this is galvanized, but that top edge where I cut it is exposed steel, and I can see a little discoloration in the adhesive right there, where we could be getting a little bit of mild rust start, and that's all right. It's not going to be a big deal, but you know, we might get some sweating of this metal, and I want to make sure I've done my best so I don't have an issue where this thing starts rusting from inside the bust and then showing on the outside. So we're going to start out this evening by smearing some caulk on all these top seams. Then we're going to come back. I've got all these numbered and marked where these guys are going to go in. And I'm going to put a vice grip on this thing to hold it in place. I'm going to drill through that hole, and then I'm going to drill through that hole. Then we're going to take this away, and we'll drill that again with the larger bit that the screw fits through. This is the smaller bit that the screw bites into. So then I can install this bracket right there, put the screw in it, and come back afterward and put the screw in from the outside. Those will be secured, and I'll take care of that. So I got these neat screws. Let me show you what I got here. I just stuck them in here for safekeeping. On the side. Got a whole bunch of these number 832 self-locking nuts, so I don't have to worry about anything coming loose. We should get another table. And these things, some really nice screws I found on McMaster-Carr. Check these out. Grade 5, 1/4 inch head, built-in flange with a locking surface underneath the head. So these guys will end up going in head up, down like that. That way I don't have to have the point sticking up, since this area is going to have wiring and maybe even some water lines in it. Probably not, but you never know. I don't want the point sticking up on the screws, so we're going to put them in face down. And there we go with that. So I'm all set to get started. Probably going to start out slow. Oh yeah, I had a really positive experience with the Rigid Tool Company today. This is a brand new drill I got just a little while ago. I got one just like it about 10 years ago, or 9.5 years ago. They come with a lifetime warranty. So the battery charger on the old one is shot, and I know that for a fact because uses the same charger. And I took my old batteries. Well, let me back up a little bit. Whenever I plugged the batteries in the old charger, it was blinking up, indicating that the batteries were bad. So what I did is I stuck the supposedly bad batteries in the new charger, and they charge up fine. So I know the charger is shot. It was a little bit of an effort to get through all the phone push 1s and 2s and all that stuff with the Rigid Tool Company, but it was actually a pleasure. I had to call them when I had the charger and the batteries in front of me, give them the serial numbers and all that stuff, which of course I registered the product when I bought it, reminding me I need to register these darn things. So I told the gal on the phone what the dealio was with the charger, that the old charger would tell me the batteries were bad and the new charger just charges them up. She goes, okay, we'll mail you a new one. And they already have my address on file, so I'll have a new battery charger in a few days. Even though I don't really need it, because I got the new charger that came with this set. But hey, I'll have a spare. And then the other thing is the old drill, all this rubber stuff right here peeled off, and then plastic has got a really sharp edge, and it actually got blisters using the darn thing. So they said for the drill, you got to take the drill back to an authorized Rigid service center, and it's at the Home Depot in my area. So I got the drill in the car, and I'm going to stop by there with my documentation and see if I can get a warranty on the drill, which will be awesome. And there you have it. All right, so let me get started. I'll see you guys later.